5 things that we learned from West Ham 1, Liverpool 3. Was a disappointing performance and a disappointing result. Liverpool were the better team. However, guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button for more West Ham videos. What was the first thing that we learned, in my opinion, in this video? I feel like today we lost our identity as a team. Going into this game, having won, 6 straight games, 4 in the last 6 in the Premier League, 5th in the Premier League table, and with a win, we could leapfrog Liverpool. We saw that Liverpool starting 11. We're all licking our lips. Like, this is a huge opportunity to West Ham to grab the game by the scruff of the neck, assert our dominance, assert what we are good at. And I feel like we completely neglected our sort of our identity, what we're good at. We're good at putting the ball in the box, Then we're taking short corners. I don't know why Bowen played a short corner to Ben Rama. We know the defensive vulnerabilities of this Liverpool side. It was spoken before, pre-match on Sky Sports, the amount of players that are below 6 foot for Liverpool. Our goal come from a corner. So why are we putting the ball, in the box, putting it short rather than just putting the ball in the box? And I feel like today that, Nat Phillips, he had a very good game against Haller, and we were accustomed to it. Oh, well, Haller made him look good. Well, today, Antonio, who has been firing on all cylinders, so yes, he's come back from injury. However, today, we just didn't do enough of putting the ball into the channels. We are known for quick transitions, exciting football on the break, defensive solidarity. And when there's a turnover of possession, we're the ones that impose ourselves with our attacking threat. And I feel like today, as soon as we got the ball, it was like a hot potato. We just smashed it straight down the middle. Nat Phillips, who was very dominant in the air against Antonio today, wins the ball, and there was a turnover of possession again. And it just felt like for the first half that Liverpool just swarming our half, and Declan Rice and Souček just couldn't get up with the play to have an influence on the game and try and have some, middle third sort of possession solidarity, because we just couldn't get out, because we just kept smashing the ball, straight down the middle. Well, I would have liked us to pull it in the channel so Antonio can run onto it. Going on to box number 2, we're going to go to Craig Dawson. Now, Craig Dawson was our best player today. Let me know if you agree in the comment section down below. I thought he was our best player. First half, he made a fantastic block against Shaqiri. That ball was probably going into the bottom corner. Defensively, he was generally solid. Yes, there was a couple of times he got exposed by the attacking threat of Liverpool with the Origi, where he cuts down to the byline, pulls it back. Cresswell does a good block against Salah before he inevitably gets his first goal. Generally, he was very good. Again, another goal for West Ham. I don't know how many appearances he's played, 7, 8 games? He's got 3 goals for West Ham already. I would like to see this move become permanent. I thought he was our best player, and I think that probably says a lot about West Ham's game today, that whilst it is Liverpool, that our best player was actually our centre-back. So for me, Craig Dawson is box number 2. Now, box number 3, we're going to go on to mentality, because we know that West Ham, this season is the first season in a long while that we felt like that this team could come back from being 1 or 2-0 down. We've seen it against Tottenham away, 3-0 down with 10 minutes to go. We've scored 3 goals. This is the first time since the bowling season that we sort of had this with West Ham. The right mentality, and mentality is very important when combining with technical ability, because that is why we're doing so well. It's because the mentality, the kind of team spirit within the camp. But today, I feel like we were playing Liverpool the reputation rather than Liverpool the side at the moment. Liverpool, yes, they are the Premier League champions, but they're not the Premier League champions of last season. They had no Van Dijk. They had, no Mane, who's arguably Liverpool's best or most attacking player. Most important attacking player. They had a lot of key players out today, and I just feel like we gave them far too much respect, and that we should have imposed ourselves more. So it does kind of tie in to the sort of the identity, situation where we lost a little bit of our identity, and that ties in with the fact that we give too much respect. Yes, I know Liverpool are going to have more possession in West Ham because they're a possession-orientated team. They want to press high. They want to try and win the ball back as quickly as possible. As soon as they lose it, they want to win the ball. But I just feel like today, West Ham give them a little bit too much respect. We had the players on the pitch today with Ben Rama, Bowen, Fornals and Antonio to cause some damage, to at least ask more questions than we actually asked of that Liverpool defence. However, I just feel like we sat a little bit back, a little bit too much. As soon as we got the ball, we were, passing side to side when we should have been right. Can we catch them on the break and attack those spaces? So I feel like today we were just a little bit, mentality-wise, we just give them a little bit too much respect. In terms of box number 4, we're going to talk about David Moyes. We're going to talk about David Moyes because I think it's fair to say that the team that he started today was the right team. It was not the wrong team. It was the right team, the team that has been doing very, very well in the league and the cup. So for me, we had to go with that team. However, what I feel like he got wrong today in terms of his subs, we've seen, Antonio, him coming off, we were 2-0 down, 10 minutes left, he brings off Antonio. So obviously Moyes at that time feels like the game is lost. He doesn't want to risk an injury. Bring on Odebeku. I would like to see Odebeku, If you feel like the game's lost, chuck on Odebeku, give him 10 minutes. How's he going to get any first team minutes? If we're losing 2-0, you've brought off Antonio, just give him 10 minutes, Mark Noble comes onto the pitch to replace Antonio. And I've got no issue with replacing Antonio or Mark Noble coming onto the pitch. But what I would have liked, Thomas Souček, Declan Rice, they're both on a yellow card. If you're going to bring on Mark Noble, maybe just replace one of those. Because it would have been an awful situation to be in, that the game was lost at 3-1 and one of them made they slipped and made a tackle and then got another yellow card and therefore would be suspended for the Aston Villa game. So David Moyes, the only thing I got about him today is maybe he told the players in regards to giving them too much respect for the team. But I feel like his substitutions today, I would have liked to have seen Odebeku give him some minutes. I would have liked to maybe Noble come on for Declan Rice or Souček. Yes, I understand they didn't get yellow carded. Hindsight is wonderful. But I would have liked to have seen, if Mark Noble was coming on the pitch, one of them be replaced. Now, the fifth thing that we learned today was the opening goal for Liverpool, the goal that gave Liverpool that momentum, give them that belief that they can go on and win this game. And don't get me wrong, the goals that Liverpool scored, the second goal, it was a fantastic attacking transition. The third goal, very neat interchanges between the attacking lines of their attacking players, and it was a fantastic goal. All three goals come down the left-hand side. Now, Aaron Cresswell, he's had a fantastic season. He has had a fantastic season. And, he's done a lot better probably in the left wing back position than the left back position, and he's probably better suited for a left-sided centre-back, shall I say, than a left back in a traditional back four. However, when he's been asked to play in a back four, there's a couple of vulnerabilities when he does play at left back, and one of the most common ones is that inside run from a wide attacker. We saw it a couple of times in this game when Henderson or Thiago would pick up the ball deep and they'd just try a little lofted pass to stretch our defence, get our defenders turning round, running towards our own goal, and it was always for those runs from Salah or from Origi darting across the pitch. And we saw that a couple of times on Cresswell's side. Now, the second goal, Cresswell, we know what Salah does. He's a left-footed player. He loves getting the ball to his feet. He loves standing up against the defender 1v1 and comes on to his left foot to whip it into the top corner. He does it a lot. And, it wasn't the worst position, his body stance. However, as Salah come into the box, we know what he wants. He wants to come in on that left foot and try and whip it. Just show him down the line. That's what I would have liked to see. All the space for Salah was headed down the line so he could maybe put a ball on his right foot and put a cross in. I want to see that from Cresswell. However, Cresswell doesn't do that. He decides, I'm going to let him come inside and decide to whip a ball into the top corner. And don't get me wrong, it's a fantastic finish. However, he knew it was going to happen. Salah is known for literally coming in off the right-hand side on his left foot, trying to get that extra half a yard so he can stick it in the top corner. I felt like Cresswell today, whilst all the goals did come down his side, the first goal, just got to stop it. Just shove him down the line, whatever it is. If we can see the corner or he gets down the byline, he puts a cross in and we clear it. Whatever it is, do not let him come inside and let him do what he wants to do and put the ball into the top corner. But generally, guys, that is the 5 things we learned, I feel like, today. Generally, though, I don't want us to lose sight. Yes, it's a small blip. This is still Liverpool. I would have liked us to play the team and the team that's sort of been out of form and a team that's been asked a lot of questions of their defence. I feel like today we didn't ask nowhere near enough questions considering the form that we've been in. It seemed like a little bit of a reverse today, that Liverpool were in fantastic form and us that we hadn't been performing that well throughout the month of January. And I just feel like we should have asked them a lot more questions. Antonio couldn't get into the game. When he did, the Nat Phillips and Jordan Henderson nullified his threats very, very well. But it is one of those things, you know, we still can't lose sight. I don't want us to lose sight as West Ham fans that we are having a fantastic season. Today didn't go well. There was stuff that we needed to do and we didn't do, or stuff in our play that just wasn't simply good enough today. And I feel like we've been building ourselves up for this game today, saw the opposition lineup and thought, you know what, we can do these. And I feel like it's not the result so much, it was the performance. I feel like there was no cutting edge. We give Liverpool too much respect in terms of them as them as a club, rather than playing the team on the day and the team that was actually on the pitch. However, it's one of those things. Got Aston Villa away on Tuesday night. Let's go into that game. Let's rebuild ourselves, get that spirit back up. You know, it's a small bit. We're fifth still in the Premier League table because results have gone our way. Hit the like button, subscribe for more West Ham videos, and I'll catch you next time. See you later.